Are you going to be ready in time, or I can wait a couple minutes if you to get ready? Alrighty, guys, what's going on? It is the week 3 live stream for the ThroPhoto challenge. Looks like we got a couple people watching. I see we are both live on Rookzer's channel as well as my channel. See Rookzer waving.
Yeah.
Been a pretty stressful week for you, huh?
Yes, it has.
Just remember, it's always darkest before dawn.
Yep.
All right. Well, this week is going to be a little bit of a different. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Oh boy. Oh, I think that you failed that one miserably. This week's going to be a little bit different because looking through the results, it looks like Rookzer making a comeback for the week, not letting it go to 3-0. It looks like he may have wrapped this week up. Obviously, we'll have about another 20 minutes or so for any final votes to come in. So if you're my friends, don't forget to vote for me. No, Your photo was really good. I like the really deep interpretation you did, which hopefully we can get into today in the live stream, and you can kind of explain more of the subliminal messages that maybe people like myself who isn't into photography would understand, which kind of adds a lot to the photo. So you definitely had a good photo. I know some of the critiques, which I'll talk about my photo, some things that I could have made it better, which I think one of the guys actually commented on the Instagram all about. He expected something different from our channel. So
right.
Again, this is week 3. The current record right now is 2-0. I am up 2-0. I won the first 2 weeks. This week's challenge is less is more, which we initially had kind of anticipated it being more of a minimalist type of shot. So ended up, I don't think either of our shots were very minimalist. I mean, my shot was a little bit more minimalist than your shot was, but
yeah, mine was more subliminalist.
Yeah. All right, so this week, again, in typical fashion, we're going to do a couple discussions that we got going on. Not much news information. One thing that got mentioned last week we're going to kind of delve into in regards to the issue that you had when you came over on Thanksgiving and then heading home and then getting all your footage disappearing. I want to talk about the plan moving forward in a couple weeks when you do make the move officially, how we're going to adapt to that as well, and give people the insight of what to expect there. We're going to make I think we need to make a modification of the way that the voting is being done, just because with the polling option that we've been doing, there's just no real way to see who's voting in there and what they're voting. So, as I was doing the math, there's ways of like, if they vote on your video, they vote on my video, they comment on your video, they comment on my video, and they comment on the Instagram, and then maybe they come in here and vote. There's potential 6 different votes one person can have. And I think that kind of takes away from the spirit of the competition. So we obviously want every vote to count, but I don't think one person. Yeah, I think one person should have one vote, and not potentially if they really want to go above and skew the numbers and go and vote 6 different times.
Because I know in the last one that I recorded, which is tomorrow's video, I did mention in there that if they do vote using the card, which mine will be up there, it should be up there already, but if you do vote using the card, explain why you voted for what you voted with, and let us know that you voted with that so we don't count that vote as an additional vote.
Yeah, so I think it's just we can go through the comments and ensure that we're counting each individual person as one vote as opposed to potentially, like, for example, I can vote on my video myself. I can vote on Rookzer's video myself, and no, he wouldn't know one way or the other if I did. And I think, obviously, if I feel that my photo is better, I'll vote for my photo. If I feel that Rookzer's photo is better, I'll vote for Rookzer's photo. Mm-hmm. But in the end of the discussion, we want to make sure that my vote counts as one vote, Rookzer's vote counts as one vote, and some of the other guys that have voted pretty consistently. Crystal's been voting, Brain Half Cooked, amongst all the other names. Making sure that everybody's vote is counted just as one vote. And I think that gives it the most fair opportunity for anyone to really, truly understand where the vote counts are. I mean, I think we've pretty much week to week so far kind of realized which photo was the best photo, and didn't really rely on the voting. But, moving forward, we could potentially have a really close, really close. I think next week posting tomorrow, I have no idea whose photo is going to win.
Right.
They're 2 totally different photos again. 2 very different types of photos.
Aside from the sunset, it was 2 totally different photos, but then again, it was the same photo.
Yeah, there wasn't really much interpretation there.
There was no interpretation, but they were 2 totally different photos. And then week 2, they were completely different. As far like yours was nature, mine was not. And that's Keith Wong.
What did Keith Wong say?
Friday night misheard lyrics.
Nice. So, with that being said, you know, so we're gonna make a change to the votes that the only votes we're gonna count are commented votes. Selfie time. You didn't do the duck lips. So if you guys moving forward, and I did mention this in my video for tomorrow. I'm not sure if Rookzer, because I haven't heard or seen Rookzer's video.
I haven't seen yours
but
either. The link didn't work.
yeah, because it was scheduled. So it'll be interesting to see his video. In the previous 3 editions, we've posted our videos ahead of time. We've watched each other's videos, so we kind of knew what was happening ahead of time. This time we just posted the video, and we'll have to wait tomorrow to see. Now, obviously, we got each other's photos, so we know what the photo is. Yep. But we don't know how the image was created. We haven't seen the video, so I'm kind of excited to be able to watch that tomorrow morning. But with that being said, again, tomorrow's 2 very different photos. We'll get into this talking about moving forward, you know, after you move and everything, and how we're going to move forward. We've kind of tried to plan out the next 10 or so challenges.
Yeah.
We haven't officially got that ironed out yet, which we'll talk more about, but I think some of those challenges that we've created are going to have very similar photos again. Some of those, again, will probably have very different photos, but I think just with the terms of voting, I think it's just fair that one person gets 1 vote. You can vote in different comment section, but we're only going to count that as 1 vote. So if you go to the Instagram and vote, or you vote on my video or Rookzer's video, it's only going to count as 1 vote as opposed to 3, which is how we've done it in previous weeks. Just because we couldn't really know that it was multiple votes. So, yeah. So, I mean, do you have anything in regards to the voting? Did you have a better? I mean, we haven't gotten a chance to talk because I know you've been really busy.
No, I mean, aside from what I said earlier, that's pretty much all I had. Okay.
All right, so into the kind of general topics that we had. This kind of got brought up at the end of last week's stream. We were talking about you had come up to my house on Thanksgiving and spent 4 or 5 days. We had a fun time, and we shot a lot of videos, and you had a lot of footage. And you went home, and I got the dreaded text message or Snapchat or something, and you were like, dude, I lost all that footage. Which I think kind of spurred an interesting topic and discussion in terms of making sure you're setting yourself up with ways of backing up your footage so potentially you don't lose. Now, granted, the Thanksgiving stuff was very minimal. In terms, I mean, it sucks that it happened because there would have been some pretty cool footage and photos and videos, I think, that came out of it.
I had quite a bit that I lost and all that.
But in the end, it was just content for your own channel. Yeah. It wasn't a paid gig. It wasn't a wedding or something where if you would have lost someone's, like, could you have imagined if you were shooting a wedding and you just lost all their footage? I mean, that's not something you could. Again? Yeah, that's not something you could recreate. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I do right now is like I do a lot of videography and stuff for like commercial for like real estate and commercial type footage. Like all that stuff, God forbid that happens to have happened. You know, I could call the customer or the client up and say, hey, I screwed up. Like, I lost your footage. I need to come reshoot it. And that's usually an option. Obviously, I would have to do things in terms of making it right because I'm wasting more time for the client. It's delaying everything. And ultimately, I look like an idiot, or, you know, whomever's doing it looks like an idiot. So you got to, at that point, you're probably losing money. Moto saying what's going on. Keith Wong, hey. Crystal, hey. Hope y'all are doing good. I'm doing fantastic. I know Rookzer's had a rough week. Hopefully this week it kind of...
His first week at the new job, but other than that, you know, it's a week.
So, got sidetracked there. Sorry. We were talking about backing up your footage. So, I know I've had a situation where I mistakenly deleted a bunch of footage, but fortunately it was just my own like recorded videos of like motovlogging back in the day. I've never lost important footage, but the day that I lost all that footage of motovlogging, and obviously it was a mistake on my part, and I'm sure the mistake that you had was somehow a mistake on your part. It wasn't like a corrupt SD card or something like that. It was what it was. I'm assuming it was like a glitch in your you just thought you pasted it somewhere and didn't, and then deleted the footage or something.
No, what had happened was when I went to it was a hardware malfunction. When I went to transfer the footage, I've got a little media reader dock like what you just put in your computer, right? Mm-hmm. So I've got one of those. I could put all kind of SD cards, TF cards, USBs, all kind of stuff. My volume's a bit off. Oh yeah, sorry.
Check the levels here.
But anyway, when I went to put it in, it didn't make full, or I guess I bumped it or something, and it did corrupt a file during transfer. But then it suddenly, like, I went to redo it again or something, and somehow just lost all the footage. There are a few things that I could have done to circumvent that, which one of them is because I put all the footage on my laptop and then I transferred it to an SD card. Well, then when I transferred it to the SD card is where I messed up. I should have put it on an external hard drive because I've got like 3 of them. Welcome to SD card magic. Correct. Weird IT voodoo. Funny story about that, by the way. So I should have put it on an external hard drive and then moved it over to the computer. But instead of cut and paste, I should have copy pasted. And then copy paste until I get it all securely onto my main computer. Then I can go delete it from the other devices. So with me not doing that, being too confident in my abilities to operate a computer, yeah, 3rd time, lost footage.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I've...
Fuck up. My Amazon Echo.
The one thing that I've learned when I'm transferring footage, I've stopped. I used to cut and paste a lot, and like I said, that's something I don't do any longer. I just copy and paste, and then even after I've transferred all the footage, I just put the SD card back in my device, whether it's a GoPro, the DSLR, whatever, a drone, whatever the device is. I put the SD card back into it full of footage. Usually, I won't do anything with that device in terms of deleting the footage until usually I've edited the footage and whatnot. I now keep an external hard drive where I kind of replicate everything, so it's on my computer and external hard drive. ThrottleLock, what are you drinking? A Moscow Mule here, buddy. Vodka, ginger ale, lime juice. Rookzer had plenty of those when he was over here. I'll make a fine.
He makes them a little weak. That slow sip.
What he's saying is,
no, they are delicious.
Tasty.
Yeah, they are delicious.
So I've stopped cutting and pasting because I have noticed I'll paste it, think I've pasted it somewhere, forget, and then I delete all the footage, and then I realized I didn't actually copy it over, and I lost all that content. You know, my next camera that I end up getting in terms of DSLR, I'm really, 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 really considering a move to Sony. Yeah, which is kind of crazy. I've been really thinking about getting an A7R3 or the A9.
I'm curious as to see why.
I'm really, so with the new truck and everything, you know, my phone connects right to my car and everything. So I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and I've been doing a lot of driving. So I've been following a ton of photography podcasts, watching a ton of stuff, and mirrorless definitely is the way of the future. And at this point, just no one competes with Sony right now in terms of that.
Right.
You know, Nikon and...
That is one thing that Oh, I just noticed he put ThrottleLock. One thing I did notice with mirrorless.
Dull. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
But one thing I did notice with my Sony is it does have really good photos. And mirrorless, with it being lightweight, compact, it is a lot better for on the go than, say, a full frame with the battery grip and all that stuff. So that I will say. As far as picture quality, I don't have too many aftermarket lenses. Now, I do need to get it back out and put that Rokinon glass on it. Now that I'm more confident in my ability to manually operate a camera and a lens, should be able to get some pretty good photos with that.
Yeah, you have the A6000?
Yeah.
Which is their more entry-level camera. Mm-hmm. You know, the A7 and the A9 are definitely more mid and pro level. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest hiccup right now is, you know, I've invested, I mean, not in comparison to some photographers, not that much, but with my lenses now, I've invested, you know, quite a bit of money. So switching to Sony will definitely be a hit, which is kind of why I'm hoping Canon releases a pro level mirrorless. I mean, the EOS R is definitely a very competitive to what I have right now. It probably mirrors the 6D Mark II very well. It probably even
mirrorless.
It probably exceeds it. But my next camera, I want to make sure it has dual SD card slots. So just like we're talking about, there's no risk, because I want to start shooting more types, you know, more events. Like one of Lisa's good friends potentially has a wedding at the end of October that she's asked me to shoot for her. I'm nervous. I have the confidence I can do it, but I'm just nervous in that sense of, like, I don't have that safety net backup of SD. Now, I've never had really an issue with an SD card failure, but God, if there was ever a first time something like that would happen, of course it would be at a friend's wedding. So
now the SD cards that I use the SanDisk Extreme Pro. Yeah, almost lost it, but that one there. I've done 2 weddings on this card. All of my wedding videos I did on this one, which is a 128 gig, same card. So it's a really good SD card. I haven't had any issues out of it, and I get some really good, really good data transfer rates out of it. So the write speed is up there and will work. So if you have a question about an SD card, that's what I would recommend, because it's cheap too.
Yeah, again, I've never had an issue with it, but you're just nervous knowing that, like I never had nervousness doing any other commercial stuff, just because I knew, God, if something happened, and it's not the end of the world, I could just go and reshoot the footage. But obviously you can't do that with a wedding, and that would be really scary. So it's just, you know, I want to go to a frame. You know, I thought going 5D Mark IV because it's got the dual SD cards, but I don't want to invest in another DSLR body. I want to invest into a mirrorless body. The EOS R is definitely a potential possibility, but if I upgrade to another body, I want to make sure it's dual SD cards, pro level.
I don't know that. I mean, are the Sony, is the A7R dual storage?
The A9000 is for sure.
Okay.
Sony.
Now, I want to add to the reason that I've lost data in the past. When you delete something off of your file system, it goes to the recycle bin.
So it says A7 III dual card setup guide. So
okay,
I'm guessing. I'm pretty sure.
My habit whenever I delete something is hold Shift, press delete, and then enter really fast. That bypasses the recycle bin. So that's another reason why I lost footage.
Well, most of the time, if you're deleting huge files, it's not going to go to your recycle bin anyway, because your recycle bin can only handle so much. So
right. Most
of the time when you're deleting huge data files, it's going to say, if you delete this footage, you know, you're going to, you can't recover this sort of footage without obviously going to some sort of recovery company.
That's the perm delete. Yeah, that's right, Keith.
Yeah, shift delete for sure is definitely. Bless you.
Thank you.
So, you know, I just it's definitely a question up in the air that I've considered. I think there are so many functionalities that I've been seeing on some of these mirrorless cameras that just look so exciting, and just want to test it out. Damn, your chat's blowing up. So let me just read here. Sony's for action shots, which is another reason why I want to go. I was thinking about the Sony or going mirrorless, is just because it's good, and I shoot a lot of motorcycle stuff, so it's just good for that action shots type stuff. And another great thing and that's one thing I've noticed with the 60 Mark II, is the focus points only go to like the very outside. It's like the third of the frame. That mirrorless, being able to go edge to edge with all your focus points, would look so good. And with the EOS R, it's got that drag focus, which means as you're shooting, you can just touch your screen and literally drag where you want those focus points to be.
And it is a little bit faster on maintaining that focus as well. One thing that I had told somebody when I got my mirrorless, when I got the A6000, I think it was Wheelan actually, because I told him, I said, I'm going with the Sony because it has 236 points of focus or something like that, instead of just the typical 9, 11, 7, stuff like that. And he's like, why do you need that many points of focus? Well, then I wasn't able to answer that question. Now I can. Because if I want to focus on something like way up here, I can. I'm not stuck to right here to right here and then same vertically. Yeah. You're stuck in this area. And then if you want to focus on this, you have to go boop, boop, and then drag it down and hope.
But you can't do that if it's an action shot, right? You know, right. If you're shooting a motorcycles going in, or something, and they're driving, unless you're completely horizontal, you can't use one shot type focusing, right? Because by the time you focus and recompose, your focus is all out of whack anyway. Yep. So, I don't know. It's definitely not something I'm going to do right away. I don't think anyway. I really want to see what Canon comes out as far as mirrorless, because
as he presses place the order on Amazon
yeah.
or eBay.
Trust me.
Like eBay.
There's no, I do both. I just compare whatever the best price is versus when I need it. They're literally right up the road, literally 2 minutes away from my house. There talks that Amazon's going to put a shipping facility. Yeah. Nice. Which could be sweet for like 1 hour pickups and shit.
Right. Yeah. Well, you'll get that.
Go
same
Big
day.
Red. I don't know if you know about me, Keith, but I don't make that kind of money, bro. So.
Right.
I mean, literally.
Dude, if I could get a red.
Yeah.
Dude.
Those are like $10,000 cameras. I mean, yeah. I just.
You know what
XT2.
I would invest? You know what I would invest in
Fuji,
before I got a red? I would get a Phantom. Not the DJI.
I don't know. Gotcha.
But the Phantom, like any other day, I'd be able to think of the name. But any of the Phantom slow-mo cameras, I've always loved doing like slow-mo stuff.
Right.
I always watch the slow-mo guys too, because they do all the stuff that I would do.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that sort of money, so that's definitely out of the question. Nor am I that like. I think before moving to a red, you would need to get to a position where you're utilizing pretty much your DSLR to full capacity, right? Like, and we definitely are nowhere near that. So, yeah. Do you have anything you want to add to this whole?
To the mirrorless part?
Just to the backing up of the footage or anything else before we move on.
The only thing I can add is what Keith has said like 3 times: the rule of 3 copies.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on a trip, if you go on a trip, or you go to shoot something, have at least two devices to back things up on. You know, whether it be a laptop and an external hard drive, 2 external hard drives, whatever the case may be, back it up. And then don't shift delete. So, yeah.
Yeah. And to be completely fair, like one of the huge advantages to like the Red cameras and those is they shoot their video in RAW.
Yeah.
And that involves a lot of color correcting, which I can tell you in my I hate anything about color correcting. I don't know how, I'm not good at it. I don't like doing it. Now if I had a couple like LUTs or something I could throw on there, I'd be okay with that. Just click and drop, I'd be fine. But like, I don't know. I'm just not very good for whatever reason at color correcting video. And that could be because my camera sucks for that. Because I'm not shooting in log. But
right, if you were shooting in log, then it'd be a lot easier for you. But I mean, the 60 Mark II doesn't shoot log, and GoPros obviously don't either. So,
see what we got going on here. Dave, you can't swipe up. Oh, great, fucked it up.
he messed up.
No link. Huh, well, I know how to get here.
Right.
Anyway, so next thing on the list of things that we wanted to talk about is we'll start with this week. I know you started working at Revzilla or Cycle Gear or whatever.
Both.
Yeah, it's like a combination.
It's Komodo.
Komodo.
Yeah. Started working there at the fulfillment center, so I'm a returns inspector now. Started that job. It's actually a lot better than what I thought it'd be. So started that. So I did start a new job, and started packing the house up, which has proved to be a lot more stressful than I thought it would be. I figured I could just take everything because I've got boxes and stuff now. I've got some boxes, not enough, but I've got some boxes to get started. And I thought I'd be able to just start taking things and shove it into boxes. But it's like every time I get started on it, I just get distracted. I get demotivated because I start thinking about what's caused all this, how I can change it. I start planning out where I need to go, do this, that, and the other. Prioritizing things is not one of my strong suits. And it has really taken its toll. So
yeah. No, I got you. Especially, I mean, you're adding, starting back at a full-time job again. That's definitely not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So I can understand, like, the motivation isn't just necessarily because you're doing the packing. It's also because you're now working 40 hours a week, which you weren't used to. So your energy levels are definitely down. No, and I hate everything about freaking packing and all that. It's just
the 40 hours. I'm fine with. I mean, that's no big deal. I mean, hell, I haven't had any issues getting up on time, getting to work, and having energy throughout the day. It's just, I woke up yesterday and I was like, okay, time to start packing, and I've got 3 boxes done.
Oh, it doesn't show. Sorry, Jeremy sent me a Snapchat. It was pretty fun.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's been super stressful because, paperwork. I've still got some paperwork that I need to get done. And then, like I said, I got 3 boxes packed. I've got 2 bags of trash, maybe 3. And I haven't even made a dent in my son's room. And that's the room I started on. So my neighbor has actually offered, I'm going to pay her for it. She's going to come over tomorrow. I gave her a key. She's going to come over while I'm at work and, start packing things up. And then whenever I get home, of course, I'm going to help her. So she's going to pack things up for me and get that started. And hopefully I can get to a point where I can, because this week also I'm going to look for storage units. And hopefully I find one in the area which I'm hoping to go and get that done. But as far as what that does for the videos, currently I am moving to my mom's house, in which I will not be able to Will not be able to edit videos. I will be able to edit photos because I'll have my laptop. I won't be able to record any videos, and I'll only be able to take, as far as photo equipment, what will fit in my backpack. So I'm pretty much going to have, in my mom's house, I'm going to have my bikes in the garage, my truck in the driveway, her truck in the driveway, my toolbox, my tools, all of my furniture, my desk, my computers, everything except for my laptop, a couple lenses, my camera bodies and batteries, gear, bike gear, and a few changes of clothes. All that stuff is going to be in storage except for what's essential. So
yeah, I mean, one benefit is storage isn't a permanent thing. You know, if you need to get in there and get something out, it's not the end of the world. But I know moving forward, we talked about this a little bit on Friday because you wanted to make sure I understood the full plan. Is our intention here is before Rook leaves, and when do you plan to move? What's the just ballparking time frame wise?
March 2nd is when I need to be out of my house. So I'm going to record and edit as many videos as possible and upload them. Now they will be unlisted. They will be scheduled. The ThroPhoto challenge videos will be, if I'm able to get any done, will be scheduled. Any other videos will be unlisted. Some of them thrown out to Patreon, so that if anybody wants to see them early, I unfortunately I will have to charge some for those. But that's just an avenue to kind of get me along. So there's that, and then I will also hopefully be able to release videos over time while I'm unable to edit and create videos. So I've got a ton of motovlogs from last year. So I'm gonna try to edit on some of those. We'll see where I go with that. And then as far as everything else, I'll try to get to the live streams. Unfortunately, I might not have this little layout, but I'm going to try to be able to attend the live streams as well. Because if I can't, then I can't be punished.
Yeah, so, basically, to read it, what he was saying is, he is going to do the best he can to preemptively get as many videos, and that's why we kind of planned our next 10 or so type photos, and get as many of those pre-planned out as he can. Again, the problem is I also have to get those videos out because I need to get the photos to him so he can include those in his videos, which could be we'll do the best we can to coordinate that. But the end of the story is, the goal is to keep, because he can edit photos from his laptop. He can't just edit video as much as easily. So his goal is to still compete in the challenges. He just may not be able to post videos on them. Well, we'll still get the photos up.
Yeah.
I'll still post videos. I will host the live stream. He may be able to participate in the live stream. He just may not be able to join in the live stream. So there's some things we're just going to have to try to do the best we can to keep moving forward on this. We may bring in some guest people if we can get some guest people in, if Rookzer can't attend or something, to talk about certain things that may be beneficial. But the plan is, your laptop is a webcam, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, push come to shove, we could still at least stream on my channel. I do want to say, and not that I'm advocating for this at all, and you're more than welcome to disregard this statement, any super chats that come through my channel are automatically going to go to Rookzer because of his situation. So if there are any super chats or anything like that, just know that that's all going to get forwarded to him to try to help him with his situation. Again, I'm not asking for super chats by any stretch of the imagination, but if there are any, just know that that's what's going to happen with the lot there. So the live streams, we're going to still hope to do the live streams again on my channel. And if his computer / internet can handle it, maybe he'll still try to do it, just depending on what his laptop can handle.
Yeah.
But if not, we'll still be able to do that. And then I'll still do I will still do my videos every Monday at 10 a.m. And then if Rookzer is able to edit or get a video out, he'll make sure that that is posted as well. And that's not going to change the huge.
Now, what I might do as far as the videos, if you can't get, some of the throw photos done, if I'm able to get a whole bunch of them done and you're not, what I may do for that video is, I'll just have to guide everybody to the Instagram post, or your video, because your video will have both of them in there. So that may be a route that I end up going. So to circumvent that and having to pressure you to, keep up, I guess, in a sense. But
yeah,
if my situation lasts longer than I can make the videos last, as far as the ThRoPhoto videos, like ThrottleLock said, I am going to still participate in the challenges. I'm still going to submit a photo for the challenge between us, and they will be posted. You will be able to vote between our photos. I am going to be honest with mine. I will go out and take more photos for that challenge and not just use what's in the bank. And I can kind of guarantee that because all of my photos currently are on here, and there are multiple hundreds of gigabytes worth of photos that I could choose from, but they're on my big computer, not my laptop. So
right,
you can rest assured that those photos will be fresh.
I mean, I've seen a lot of your photos, so I'll probably know.
Right.
And again, this is, we're doing this because the idea behind these challenges are to get out and to create content.
Right.
Get out and kind of just get yourself disconnected from the daily life of the stresses that we have. So, and especially in your situation, I'm sure getting out and taking photos or doing what you can. And, especially with how busy you're going to be trying to get everything ironed out, maybe not having to worry about making a video will make things easier too for you. But our plan moving forward is status quo. We're going to keep doing what we can to make sure that the videos and live streams go as scheduled. If there are any updates, we'll make sure we update in a live stream moving forward or through the Instagram or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we've got that out of the way, I think we can go ahead and review the photos, critique our photos, get our final tally. We did awesomely get a submission this week.
Did we?
We did. We got one submission. It was from Moto Saint.
Forgot to check that. I am sorry.
That's okay. So I will put the photo up right now. It is a picture from Moto Saint. He tagged us in it. It's a less is more challenge. You put at ThrottleLockTV or hashtag ThrottleLockTV, hashtag Rookzer, hashtag photography, hashtag challenges. He's at Photoshop, or it's his less is more challenge. And it's just essentially, it looks like it's a penny on a table. If you go to the ThroPhoto login, and you'll see it's tagged. I've got it on my stream if you want to see it.
I'm pulling it up.
Gotcha. So that was cool. It's our first photo submission of we are in week 3 now, so it's incredible now that we've finally gotten a submission. It definitely represents less is more. I mean, it's a penny. I don't know how much more it's representing, but less is definitely it's a minimalist shot.
What did he tag in it?
He tagged you, hashtag Rookzer, hashtag ThrottleLockTV, hashtag photography challenges.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Oh, got a little depth of field on there.
Yeah. Interesting to see. Moto, let us know what you took it with. Did you take it with a camera or your cell phone, or depth of field could be just out of focus? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I see focus on the end in 2012, and then the back of the coin and the front of the coin is bokeh.
Yeah, it's definitely a minimalist shot for sure. It kind of represents, it kind of takes both less is more, which is kind of cool in terms of it's a minimalist shot. There's nothing else to the photo. It's completely blank background. It also, the less is more because it's a little, a minimal amount of money, but
subliminal. Yep.
Yeah, it's a subliminal double whammy, which is, I think is pretty cool. Definitely a cool photo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's much more to say about it, but thank you for submitting the photo, Moto Saint. It was really cool to see that. Hopefully, moving forward with these challenges, we can get more than one submission, but we'll take what we can get, and it's definitely a cool thing to have gotten.
Yeah.
All right, so I went first last week, so Rook, we'll let you talk about your photo because I know you got a little bit of things to talk about when it comes to your photo.
Oh yeah,
and explain.
I've got quite a bit. Checking one thing real quick, but with my photo, I know that it's filled up. There's a lot there in the frame, though it's just a little bit of the entirety of the piece that I photographed. But there was subliminal. Wait, I didn't add tags to that?
What do you mean?
I didn't add cards in here. Huh.
I see cards. I see your Patreon.
Wait, no, I'm looking at my Less is More video. I did not put the cards on there. Huh. Anyway, so on my photo, let me present here. Bam. So on my photo, there's subliminal messages in here. I've got all the knobs, even though you can't see this knob and this knob here. I've got all the knobs with 0 as the prevalent number. This is just a copy of this to reflect it down. And then it's just a little bit of the guitar. So I filled up the negative space with that little bit of the guitar. There's so much more. I mean, a lot of you know what a Les Paul is, but for those of you who don't, it's that guitar right. Well, it's covered up there too. So, but it's a very popular guitar, very popular style of guitar, and brand and everything like that. Mine is an Epiphone, not a Gibson. But I got the volume turned all the way down. So less volume is not always a bad thing, even though it does seem to be, in my audio sometimes. But
yeah,
less of the strings, less is more. So that's that's the direction I went with that. And yeah, it took me a little bit to get this shot because I had to redo the entire shoot because of lighting. I was using flash photography in the video, and I missed a couple because I didn't shine the light in the back to where I could get the contours. And then also I had a shallow depth of field, which didn't allow me to properly cut around everything, which is why I didn't do that. And I ended up going this route with the reflection in the black background. What I should have done was increase my f-stop, increase the lighting, maybe decrease the shutter speed to, open it up longer and kind of do a long exposure. That would allow me to have cleaner lines instead of all the bokeh. So it would have been, a lot more in focus. These two knobs would have definitely been in focus. But there was a mistake made on my part, but I think I was able to salvage it with the reflection in the black background and stuff like that. So I really do like what I did with this photo. Anything I could have changed, obviously, is what I just mentioned with the f-stop and things like that.
I mean, I really not going to critique much, solely because, it dominated my video, so, or dominated my photo this week. Obviously going to the zeros on the knobs was definitely clever and subliminally cool because, that gives the less, it kind of less is more kind of thing in terms of going to 0. I don't know if it gives the is more considering, I don't know, less.
Right.
But going back, just going back to the Moto Saint, he said he used the Canon Rebel T3i and he hard focused on the right in the In God in 2012. Okay. So definitely a depth of field shot.
Nice.
That's good. Shorty Moto comes in and says my vote goes to Rook. Fuck off. Moto Matman says I thought there was also a play on words. Less is more, as in Les Paul. Fucking brilliant. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either. Nice.
That's actually. But that's what's so awesome about photography is, like, every single person takes a different take on a very interpretive thing. You know, they read into less things, which is pretty cool. Professor Chaos, what's going on, Jeremy? He said, I wish my Les Paul looked like that.
Yeah, that guitar is definitely my favorite. I don't have a lot of guitars. I've got a Godin Freeway Classic, which is beautiful, and it sounds fantastic. But it's all black, and it's got the traditional Stratocaster styling as far as the body style to it. But it's got like I said, it's got a fantastic sound. But the Epiphone Les Paul, just the flexibility that I have with that guitar, it is a tradition as far as the knobs and stuff go, and then the sunburst is beautiful, as is with all Les Pauls with the sunburst style color. It's just a beautiful guitar, and one of the biggest things I like about this guitar is the tone knobs. They click up and down to make it a single coil or a double humbucker. So you get a completely different sound. I can make it sound just like a Fender Strat, or I can make it sound like a Les Paul. And with it being heavier, you just get a heavier guitar. With it being a heavier guitar, you just get such a cleaner sound out of it. And that's one of the reasons I love that guitar, along with how much I spent on it. It was $12.99 retail, and I spent $600 on it, brand new.
Nice. Moto Mattman says, no worries, my Les Pauls are Epiphones also. That's cool. Moto Saint says, I have a Dean Metalman diebag bass.
Nice.
And then Professor Chaos says, mine's like an 05 Gibson Studio signed by Tool. I have an ESP LTD Les Paul style as well with a Floyd, and I love it.
Ooh. I need to see those. Yeah, the tone knobs, I think they only did that on them for a couple years. But yeah, it is really neat. I might try to do a video sometime kind of talking about it. Because, I mean, I can mic it up and everything like that, and you can hear the difference of sound in it. But it is a really neat feature with that guitar. So, let's see. I need Derek to relay these messages because I don't think he can see. No, I can see them.
I've got both
chats up. Yeah, sorry.
I got you.
Chaos
says I'll send you a message.
Yeah. I can't put anything on that screen because if I do, it'll kind of overlay, you know, in the yeah. But I do see the chats, so thanks.
So the last thing that I'll say about your photo is the only thing I would have done differently in terms of the photo is I wouldn't have reflected it and left all that negative space, because that would have, again, represented less is more. That right. Negative space is kind of, and that's something that Brian West had commented on the ThroPhoto Instagram. He said, I expected huge negative space and something really tiny within that space. If I had my drone still, I would have done a drone photo, I think, where I've gone really tall and tried to get a huge open area, very minimalist type shot. That's what I would have gone with. But unfortunately, I probably won't have my drone back for another month or so before I pick up a new drone.
Nice.
Well, you know, I've been out of the drone since I got rid of the Mavic, and I know they came out with a couple new ones, the Mavic Pro 2, and then I saw the Mavic Zoom.
They got the Mavic Air as well, which is...
Mavic Air is like a lower end, I think a cheaper option. So I don't think the Mavic Air... if I go anything, I would just go back to the Mavic Pro again, because the Mavic Pros are so cheap again.
Right.
But I'm not looking that direction. So I'll probably look at the Mavic Pro 2 or the Zoom are probably my two decision points. And if I don't want to spend that money, I'll just go back to the Mavic Pro.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I would have done, is just not reflected it, just left all that negative space.
Yeah. And I probably could have went, if I was going to keep the reflection, you know, I could have decreased the opacity a little bit more. So
anyway,
all right, so
we'll go to my photo.
To go to yours, I do like your shot. I mean, it's good lord, the focus is insane. What'd you have your f-stop at on that?
2.8.
You had 2.8 on that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you just went up in shutter speed to compensate for the light?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I ran a high pass filter on Ohana. Making sure I just masked out anything else besides Ohana, so only Ohana was sharp and everything else maintained really softness, because I wanted that negative. I wanted white everywhere else except for Ohana to kind of give that less is more.
Yeah.
Just her.
I mean, I love the photo. The depth of field is fantastic. The focus on her eyes. She does have a lot of that. If you all don't know that dog, she does have a lot of emotion in her face. And she's a fantastic dog. I do like the photo. The less is more really kicks it here. I do like the... When I first saw it, I didn't really understand where you were going. I mean, I understood where you were going, but I didn't understand your interpretation of it. Staring at it a little bit longer, I do, because, you know, single dog, tons of white, so a lot of negative space. My critiques on it, the first one kind of goes back to one of your critiques on a lot of my photos. You cropped her tail.
I did,
and that's one thing I would have tried to avoid is cropping her tail. Probably would have tilted the camera up to go long ways. I don't know if you did that or not. That way I could have preserved her tail. And then the snowflakes, they are a bit prevalent. I probably would have tried to blur them, and I can kind of give you a tip on that. So I have a preset in my Lightroom where it's snowflakes 1, 2, and 3, and basically all they did was oh crap, I'm missing a chat. Hold on. Z Butter. Ah, sorry. I'm doing all right. Considering. Just stopped to say hi and bye. All right. Have a good one. Sorry I missed your chats there. So going back to the photo, if you go to the brush on the, the brush on the top right, to where you can just kind of, I forget what it's called, but the brush to kind of, like if you wanted to just edit Ohana in Lightroom,
okay,
you color over her, and then you can edit whatever you want. You can take that, run the exposure all the way up, and just change the sizes of your brush into feathering and stuff, and you can just dot all over it and make your own snowflakes, bokeh snowflakes.
Gotcha.
I did that for a landscape shot that I did. It was a really neat shot, and added that filter to, or that preset to it, and it made it seem like a winter photo in the summertime. It was great. So that's the only thing I would change about the snowflakes. I know there are a lot of PNGs that you can add over it.
That's what I did.
Yeah, but this one just seems, it almost seems too still. The snow does. That's what I was looking for. It seems too still.
Gotcha. So I should have blurred it more or something.
Yeah, either blur it or kind of streak it.
Gotcha.
So that's the only thing I would have done there. Other than that, I mean, it's a fantastic photo.
So my original intention, and this is where I screwed up, was I was going to originally take the photo. I wanted to come in tight on Ohana, so everything was nice and sharp. And then I was going to expand the canvas to really big.
Make her really small.
Make her a lot more small, but I cut off her tail. So if I expanded the canvas, it would look like she's got the tail just cuts off. So I screwed up in that sense. I probably should have gone out and retaken the photo, and I don't know how I missed it. I'm assuming it was because it was like 10 degrees below zero when I was doing it, and I was freaking freezing. So, and it's, it's obviously with both dogs being outside, it was hard to get her isolated and then still have time to take the shot. So, but that was my original intention of the shot, was I was going to just take a photo of her and then just expand it, content aware fill the rest of it with that white snow. But when I cut off her tail, I kind of had to recreate it, and honestly, with the less is more, I thought it would be cool to add the snowflakes, but I shouldn't have. I don't know why I did. That kind of takes away from the less is more. You're adding distractions to the photo.
Right.
But I think it's just because I like saw all the snowflakes which were actually captured on her and stuff, and I was trying to like, I don't know, just give that feel to it.
Embellish it a little bit.
Yeah. Which is why I accept the loss this week, because it definitely could have been a better photo. I mean, I still like the photo, but there was definitely things I could have done to make it better.
Yeah, I usually don't have any changes to be able to criticize with, so that kind of makes me feel better about myself.
And that's why we do this, is we want to make the best photo we can.
Oh yeah.
Was thinking if Ohana roll in the snow be cute. Yeah, it's hard enough to get her to go off of the stoop when it's raining or wet or anything. So getting her to do anything in the snow that you want her to do isn't nearly impossible.
That's probably why she's got that look on her face.
Yeah, she's like, this sucks. I don't know why I'm here. Can I go inside and be next to the fireplace? That's 100% what she's thinking right now.
What was Kona doing?
They were playing. I mean, if you watch the video, it was just non-stop play, non-stop. And I think for this photo, honestly, I think Kona was probably running full steam somewhere, and she's just like, what the hell is this dog doing? Why does he seem so happy right now in these conditions? Because it's like not fun.
And Ohana's 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kona's 6 months, so 7 months maybe. 6 or 7 months, close to whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway. But after doing the views, I don't know what the final total was, but it was a lot to a little. A lot of people gave Rook this week's vote, and
thanks, guys.
I think I got like 1 or 2 votes. Even Lisa, my wife, whose fucking precious daughter is Ohana, like would do anything for this dog, voted for Rook this week on the photo. So
yeah, I thought that was surprising when I saw that.
Well, she's like, hey, I'm gonna. She's like, I don't want to vote because I think Rook's photo is better. And I was like, well, vote for Rook's photo. I mean, that's the idea. Like, if you only ever vote for my photo, it would look suspicious as hell. Like, I'm just like,
right.
So I said, I want the best photo to win every week, right? I don't want this to turn into a popularity contest. I don't want to turn this into like just Rook tries to get his people to vote, I get my people to vote, and whoever can get the most people to vote wins. No, I want the best photo to win. That's the goal. So,
and I agree
Rook,
completely. So
I'm gonna need you to take over here for a couple seconds because I gotta prepare the next challenge or the challenge this week, and it's gonna take me like a minute or so to prepare this challenge. So
wait,
I'm gonna switch
to prepare because I wasn't supposed to prepare for mine.
I already knew I was winning. No, not preparing. I said I have to get the stuff to like. I'm not preparing myself for the challenge. I just have to prepare the stuff to do the challenge. So this week's challenge, for those who don't know, is it's a hot sauce challenge. So I had Lisa. I had nothing to do with this. I had Lisa go to the store for me. I said, listen, go to the store and buy the hottest hot sauce you can find there. I don't want any sort of interpretation, because I told her just go pick up ghost pepper or something, and I'll just eat a ghost pepper on stream. And she's like, no. I said, why? She's like, because I'm not dealing with your crying ass after you eat a ghost pepper. So I said, go. I said, okay, then go get a hot sauce or something and get the hottest hot sauce you can find. And she did. I have no idea about this hot sauce. I don't know the level of hot sauce, what it is, but I'll go get it. And I shall be back. Keith, you're gonna leave right when I'm ready to do the hot sauce challenge.
Right.
You missed it. All right, so Rook, I'm gonna let you take over. I don't know, just entertain for next 45 seconds while I be right back.
I'm
gonna go Rookzer full stream.
Your channel.
No, you're entertaining the whole stream. So be right back. Give me about a minute and I'll get everything and I'll be back.
All right, I don't have a hat or anything. So
I can't mute my mic.
Messenger. You can't mute your mic. All right. I actually don't have much that. See you later, Keith. Appreciate you stopping by. It's always a pleasure to see your smiling face. Rook, it wouldn't let me post it here, so I sent it to you in Messenger. What did you send me in Messenger? Okay, the distractions while I'm supposed to be entertaining. And he's gone. What the shit? Okay. So, Brain says, my interpretation of less is more was taken partially literal, which isn't very imaginative on my part, but nonetheless I voted for Rookzer's because he took an image of less of something, made it more, made it pop, crisp, clean, not too busy, but not too boring either. A happy middle. An image that I could seriously see on a poster in a business based around music. An image where when someone sees it, they try and picture what the rest of the subject, in parentheses guitar, looks like, and tries to name the year, make, and model given the image, more than it already has. I give ThrottleLock props on his photo. Weather and animals are the two hardest subjects to work with, not only in taking the photo, but also editing them. But yet, he went for it and came out with an awesome image, which he did. The pupper came out beautifully. The eyes, fur, and clarity of the main subject was on point. What hurt the photo for me was when he added the artificial snow into the image during editing. I feel it hurt the image visually due to it being somewhat obvious then that artificial snow was even added, even if you didn't watch his editing process in his video but seeing the image itself. Other than that, it was a very close race between the two. Rookzer's photo takes this one, thumbs up, and this is my opinion on it. We all might have different opinions and eyes for things, which makes discussions of subjects such as photography so in-depth and multi-angled, if you know what I mean. Good stuff. Appreciate that. That was a fucking novel written by Brain. So yeah, he went extremely in depth. So you'll have to watch the stream back, or I can forward it over to you. And
yeah, just can you? Well, I know he had a long in depth. Yeah, just forward it to me so I can read it. Yeah. But what was the general synopsis?
My photo over yours.
Yeah.
And he did bring up the snow. He also brought up how difficult weather and animals can be to photograph. Spoiler alert, next week's challenge on my video, I am presented with that challenge, kind of. ThrottleLock already knows where I went.
Yep, I already seen the photo.
So, there we go. Okay.
Well, they follow your Facebook. I think they'll know where you went to.
If we are friends on Facebook, yes, they'll know where I went, and they'll actually see the photo that I submitted.
Yes, they will. I saw. They won't know which one it is, but
right, because there are a couple of frame shots in there. But he went over that and some other stuff.
Cool. Yeah, just forward it to me. Send me on Facebook or okay.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Gotcha, I see.
But okay. one of the things he had mentioned besides yeet is he did mention how fake the snow appeared, even if you didn't see the editing process.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like I said, this week's hot sauce, and again, I am no hot sauce aficionado. I like spicy foods. To preface, I like spicy foods. Oops. But I like spicy foods. It can be hot as shit, but I want it to have good flavor. If it's hot just for the sake of being hot, I'm not a fan. So I'm interested. So I had Lisa go to the store today. I had her get me some chicken tenders. Ooh, was that Jeremy's?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice.
Chaos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll show you guys. Here is just a chicken tender. But the hot sauce is called Melinda's Original Habanero Pepper Sauce. XX Extra Hot.
Does it have a Scoville unit on it?
Ingredients, habaneros, that's in Spanish, I don't know this.
I think it's SCOLVI.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if it has anything on here. So
I know habaneros are roughly 10,000 or 15,000 Scoville units.
No, it just says they have 4 heat levels from X through XXX extra hot, and this one is XXX. So this is 3 out of 4.
And it's
Melinda's Original Habanero Pepper Sauce, XX Extra Hot. It's got carrots in it. I don't know like that. So it says ingredients choice. red habanero peppers, fresh carrots, onions, lime juice, vinegar, garlic, and salt.
I'm on their website right now, so I'm looking up the. Let's see.
This is the bottle, if you can see it.
Okay.
Maybe I could.
XX extra hot.
Yeah, 3 X's.
There's one that's hotter.
Yeah, they have a 4X one. That's
Yeah.
what it said. But this was obviously the hottest one that they had at the store.
Right. It doesn't have the
Scoville
on there.
Yeah, it doesn't have it on mine either. So I have no idea how hot this is. I don't know if has anyone tried it in the comment section. Feel free to post in the comments if you tried it. If you like it, does it have good? It says their website or they have at heat and flavor.
100,000 to 350,000.
What?
That's nothing.
You know what it is?
Yeah, but that's nothing.
100,000? Isn't like a jalapeno like 2,000?
Yeah. But a ghost pepper is 600,000, something like that.
I don't know. I'm not very good at hot sauces,
Jeff
so
said it's gonna feel good tomorrow. Load it up. You better not do no last dab.
No. So what I'm gonna do? So I've also got a spoon. I figured. I also have chocolate milk, by the way.
Good call. Good call.
So the way it's gonna work is, I figured I want to try. I'm not gonna do a full scoop of it. I want to try it, and then I'm gonna do the wing or the tender in it. Don't worry, Jeff. That's gonna feel good tomorrow. Load it up. Don't worry, Jeff. Tomorrow you're getting a Snapchat, my friend. So I didn't even take the wrapper off because I wanted to make sure you guys knew that this was legit.
Nom, 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 nom.
So I have no nails, so this might take me a second to get off.
All right, I'll be right back. Un momento, por favor.
Okay, cool. Hey guys, when he gets back, we're just gonna pretend it's already done. We're just gonna pretend that it's already done, okay? So we just have to pretend like he missed it. That better be great value. No, it's just Giant Eagle. Chocolate milk. I'm just gonna pretend I'm drinking it when he's come back. Everyone play along. Post in the comments. Be like, that was hilarious. Or something when he gets back. Alright, everyone with me? Oh, that's so hot.
Did you eat it?
Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh my god. Holy crap, I need more.
It went up his nose.
Did
You
go up my nose?
tilted back too far.
Oh, I squeezed it. It shot out the top.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So this here is all sauced up, chunky 5-pepper super hot sauce. I got this in Tennessee a couple years ago.
Oh god. Ooh, it's got my nose running. Oh. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. I haven't done it yet.
Oh. I see.
I said we're gonna make sure we're gonna tell him when he gets back and we pretend we got done. All right, what were you saying while I get this cap off?
Oh. That's a bad reaction for 100,000. This is hard to open. Ah.
All right, so lid came off.
Yeah, I got this stuff a couple years ago. This has pineapple and pineapple juice, cayenne pepper, jalapeno, habanero. So yours has got habanero in it too.
It's habanero, original habanero pepper sauce. So I'm assuming that's the prevalent pepper.
Yeah, where are my Snap-on fans at? That's the most common.
All right, so I'm gonna lower my camera ever so slightly so you guys can see this on my desk here. So here's my chicken tender. Oh, yeah.
Nom nom.
Well, so tell me what was in it again. All right, we're gonna do this stuff. Dude, it smells hot, bro. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to douse this in or what. Because, dude, it's not coming out. It's like, doop, doop. Like, it's like telling you, like, don't fucking douse it.
No, you douse that shit, yo.
Oh, look at my wing tossing skills, bro.
Nice.
All right. So, get my spoon here. Again, guys, I'm gonna preface this. I'm not good with hot shit. I like it, but only if it this stuff. I can tell you, it smells hot, but it's hot for the sake of being hot. It doesn't smell like, oh, that's gonna be fucking delicious.
All right, hold on a minute. Hold on. I gotta figure out.
I'm actually crying at Derek's reaction to seeing Rook drink the hot sauce. Yeah, like.
Ah, here we go.
What are you?
You're on full screen, yo.
Oh. All right, so let me go full screen on mine. Cody said, "Same had me dead." Yeah, again, just watch him just fucking drink. What was that hot sauce you drank? Because I was busy.
All sauced up, chunky 5-pepper super hot sauce. It's got habaneros and jalapenos and cayenne and.
No, those are all weak peppers except for the habanero.
Yeah.
So this is like all habanero. Like, take your lid off. Take your lid off and show it into the camera. Take the lid and show it into the camera. I know it won't show on your stream, but it'll show on mine. See, there's not even. That's just an open lid. Like mine. If you look at this, first of all, it's a small bottle. It's like it's like don't come out very fast because you don't want that shit ton of it on there. Like it's like one of those you just.
Well, this stuff here.
All right.
Endorphin Rush.
Yeah.
This stuff sent me out to the truck, and I drank a can of Mountain Dew in like 30 seconds because we didn't have any milk.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Can't go webcam only. Oh, I don't have a full screen for me created.
Chef Derek.
Encoding overload. Oh god, here we go. All right, hold on. I gotta create a new scene. Oh, now we're fucking up.
You done messed up, AA Ron.
Add.
Just stops everything and looks at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Full screen. Add.
T-Lock's face. This doesn't have a Sculby unit on it either.
Display capture.
Oh! I just burped and a bunch of it kind of come up. Yeah, he's super nervous.
All right, hold on. I am nervous. I'm not gonna lie. So hold on. What was it? Alt this? Yeah, here we go. All right, figured it out. Give me a second, guys. We'll make this full screen in no time. I don't know why I didn't create this. I did, but we switched it up. All right, there we go. So it's not the greatest quality, but it will work for now.
Oh, God, just smelling do anything. That reminds me.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, mine probably smells like that. My full screen.
No, I know what yours smells like.
Okay.
Save
all
it.
Right.
Don't throw yours away. I want to try it next time I come up there.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
Here,
yeah, trust me. Because, I mean, dude, it smells like straight fire. Like, it's gonna come up my rear end and fucking destroy me. Like, watch. If this is tipped upside down, nothing. It's like, oh my god. Okay. All right. So there's not much on here, but it's enough to spice it up a little bit. Am I full screen on your stream?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. I'm just gonna try it. Oh, bro.
Brain says snort it. He's not Steve-O.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, it is hot.
Wipe
all right.
Sauce off in the dark. Yep.
So we're gonna go to the. Let's.
Oh, this is awesome.
It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it's hot. I'm gonna get on the. I'm gonna get a little toss here. This chicken tender. It's actually. Don't touch your eyes, Derek. Don't be. I got all my experience. All right. So chicken tender. Covered in this stuff. Both sides. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
Ooh.
So for this challenge, are you eating the entire thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're full screen, so nobody's seeing you drink the hot sauce, Rook. Oh wait, never mind.
I switched over for mine.
Yeah. You can't breathe.
Yeah, you can. If you can talk, you can breathe.
No, I said you shouldn't breathe because then it's instantly like.
So, chat, real quick. Do y'all think that he should finish the chicken wing before he can take a drink of milk?
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's
swallowed and everything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's fair. It's warm. I'll turn my mic up here. Whew.
What's the flavor like?
It's actually. It's not like.
ASMR.
What does that mean?
ASMR, it's stimulating senses. There are a lot of ASMR channels on YouTube where they get their these mics, and they turn them up really loud, and they do like.
I got you.
They do these weird fucking noises, and yeah, it's strange, but yeah.
More sauce. All right, hold on. I'm out.
All
right.
Wherever you are.
Okay.
Cody says, dip the rest of the chicken in more hot sauce. You won't. Let it set. No drinking for 4 minutes after. Ooh.
I'm starting to sweat, boys.
Professor Chaos has an idea, because that's what I was told when I had to eat the ghost pepper.
What?
No,
All right.
No remedies for 4 minutes.
That's not good flavor, boys.
It's
That's not good flavor. No. When I put that... Oh. Oh. Alright. Chicken nugget is gone.
Alright, so he's rocking back and forth in his chair. That's when you know it's hot.
It's not, like, unbearable. It's got my nose running, though. I'm starting to get a little bit of a sweat going. Like, honestly... Ooh, I want to go for a drink, but I want to hold it off. It's not bad flavor. Like, overbearing, I think, with any hot sauce is going to be not very good. But I could definitely throw that in a chili or something, you know, and make it really hot. Ooh, it's a creeper, too. Meaning...
So he's been finished with that for, let's say, 45 seconds?
Switch back over to the full screen here so we can get Rookzer back in it. But it's good. It's not like, holy crap, that's bad. It's definitely got my nostrils and sweat going. My mouth is on fire.
So I got a timer set. You got just under 3 minutes left.
It's good. I like it.
So what's the hottest thing that you've eaten?
So I can honestly say, like, I go to like BW3s or Quaker Steak, and I've gotten their triple atomic. The one you had to sign the waiver for.
Uh-huh.
Now, I didn't eat the wings on it. They just brought a little side of sauce, and I ate like 2 French fries out of it. Mr. Royalty, I don't know if you know who he is. He's a local, used to be a moto vlogger, not anymore. But he wouldn't even do it. Like, he refused to do it. Even though he agreed. Holy crap, I'm starting to sweat, boys. It's, that... Then I've had the hottest at, like, Winking Lizard. I don't know if you've ever heard of Winking Lizard.
I've got a Winking Lizard.
All right. So, I'm gonna... do a little bit more on here.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm watching you.
Oh, go ahead.
What? So, middle of the tongue for maximum effect.
All right, now reset the timer. He doesn't get to answer that. Yes, he wants one.
Yeah, the chocolate milk. Honestly, the thing I've wanted to grab a couple times is my Moscow Mule. But like I've had like the hottest sauces at Winking Lizard and the hottest sauce at BW3s and stuff.
All right.
Winking Lizard is awesome. Yeah, it really is good. When I went there, they have this sauce that's called Magma. And then the level right below that is 911. The 911 wings, by far, are the best flavored wings I've ever had.
Now, when we had OHMM, the one that we actually had, and we went to Quaker Steak and Lube, still got a Bennett left.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you could see, like, they're not really showing up, but I just, like, wiped my nose and it was fucking running.
I did do the challenge. And
is my face looking more red?
A little bit. It's red. So I did do the wing challenge, and it was pretty hot. It had some kick to it.
There's only 2 W/S. Stop that. I don't understand.
Huh? I don't understand.
I don't understand. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
But the hottest thing that I've ever had was that ghost pepper. I would try a. Brain says, "Gotta go early day tomorrow. Looking forward to the next challenge vids. Peace." All right,
see you,
later,
Brain.
Whatever other buddy's name is needs to keep winning. Love seeing more of this, right? My name's Rookzer, by the way. But yeah, I've had a ghost pepper, and aside from the heat, it was delicious. I've got some ghost pepper seeds. I just don't have the means to grow them because they would have to be grown inside. So, yeah, Cody missed the.
No, it's BW3s. It's Buffalo Wild Wing and something. But okay, we'll call it BW. Okay, sorry, Professor Chaos works at B-Dubs.
Yeah, they call it BW3.
Let's fucking timer up, Jesus.
Well, but yeah, timer's been up for like
you fucking
minute. But yeah, I don't know why they call it BW3s.
That's actually quite delicious.
Yeah. I drank my hot pepper sauce with habanero in it, and I drank a little bit of water.
Yeah, it. I'll tell you, it's definitely not. It's not a sauce. It's like it didn't have like poison symbols all over it or something.
Right. Yeah, Endorphin Rush. This is the one that I would have eaten had I lost this week. And I don't have anything to eat it on, so I would have like put it on a spoon. But yeah, this stuff, I don't know what
Buffalo Wild Wings and Wex, fucker.
And Wex?
I do know it. Yeah, WECKF.
The fuck is a Wex?
That's what BW3s used to be called, was Buffalo Wild Wings and Wex.
What the hell's a Wex?
Weck being a sandwich popular in New York consisting of roast beef with an au jus soaked Kummel Weck roll.
Oh, so that's why it's called BW3.
Yep.
But
now I guess.
You white?
Oh yeah, you flexing? Let me see that little bottle you got there.
This?
Yeah.
I know how hot this stuff is.
Just right on the tongue, dude. Don't even. Oh, this is. Not only is he gonna have a hot ass thing, he's gonna get diseases because he's using a.
You white?
Instant regret. Like I should have done that. Like fuck.
No, it's burning. It's burning bad. Gotta hold it in.
Oh, I just, it's not coming off. Like
no, I won't flex and take a fat drink of that one. No. It does not have a good flavor to it.
That's one thing I will say. Like, I will drink. I love really hot, spicy foods, and this actually is not bad for being super hot. But
That's not as hot as I
like
remember it either.
at Winking Lizard, the 911 wings, incredibly spicy, but has a great flavor. So I will literally get. It's got me the hiccups now.
Nice.
But yeah, so. All right. Well, I want to reiterate to you guys. I know we've lost quite a few people. Try to get this. Hold on. We are changing the voting for moving forward, just as a reminder to you guys. So when the video is released tomorrow at 10 a.m., don't forget to leave a comment with whose photo you think is better instead of going where I'm going to delete all the cards on my video. I'm going to ask Rookzer to do the same, so there's no way to vote that way. But the only way to vote from now on will be posting a comment in either the YouTube video or the ThroPhoto Instagram as well. So that way we can make sure we're counting the votes correct. Next week's challenge for tomorrow's video is frame within a frame. So both shots were shot. We tried to frame our photo. Yeah. So you'll see my photo is very straightforward. Rookzer's is a little bit different. I'm guessing it was a fence, maybe. Yep. A Boatwood fence. So if you guys want to take
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did. Professor Acid, did man just eat hot sauce off of a screwdriver?
Yes,
Yeah. It's not going to matter. That stuff's going to clean, sanitize everything that's on the screwdriver anyway. So
Hand out of my asshole later.
But on tomorrow's video, just make sure you guys post a comment with whose photo you think is better. Does anyone have any ideas for a challenge for next week? Let us know also either in the comments here if you get time to do it or in the comments of the video so we have something to go for, because I think we're kind of running out of clever ideas to do locally. Viewer submissions, don't forget, guys, if you guys have a framing your shot, you'll see our idea shots tomorrow. If you get confused, please go on there and tag us at ThroPhoto of your shots. Even if it's with a cell phone, if you got T3i like Moto Saint did, whatever you got, take a photo. It just kind of gets you out there creating and kind of looking and kind of seeing things. Just driving down the road and you're just paying attention. You're like, wow, that's a pretty sweet shot. And you hop out and take a photo. That works. It doesn't have to be professional by any stretch. We just want to see what your guys' interpretation of it is. Again, not only did Rookzer start a new job, I recently accepted a position with a different company as well. Rookzer's going to go scrub his tongue. So my time is kind of right now is really hectic because I'm switching between two companies. What is that? Is that toilet paper from Amazon? No, that is not. What is it? Let's see what it is.
It's hot.
What is it? What did you just open?
Aloe water.
Aloe water. What?
I do it for heartburn too.
Gotcha. So, you know, what a lot of people don't realize is when you see these guys, a lot of these big YouTubers doing these kind of heat challenges, they're doing a lot of things beforehand, like in terms of, like, I've heard, like, gelling their throat and shit like that, where it completely numbs their mouth and throat so that they can do it. So there's a lot of things that people do. That's why we like to do the live stream for an hour.
I ain't do shit.
Yeah. So, you know, you got to take that with a grain of salt. Anyway, don't forget to check out both of our videos tomorrow at 10 a.m. Don't forget to follow my Instagram at ThrottleLockTV or at Derek Clauser on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And Rookzer, where can they find you?
www.youtube.com/Rookzer.
What about Instagram?
And Rookzer.
Okay, yeah, just at Rookzer for a lot of his stuff. So go over and follow him if you haven't already. I'm sure he really.
TikTok.
Yeah. Is that like Vine kind of? Yeah.
Vine was 6 seconds. TikTok is 60, I believe.
So you can get a little
Kind of
more.
fun.
I gotcha. And I think that's all we really have for this week's video, guys. Thanks everyone for attending. It looks like as soon as the challenge happens,
This
people
shit
just fall
sneaks
off.
the fuck up on you.
Yeah, yeah. Again, the score now is 2-1. So I think I could update the critiquing. No, I gotta update the vote screen. So the actual score now 2-1. Rookzer on the comeback. Hopefully next week I can extend the lead, so I don't have to do another silly challenge.
Yeah, next week. Ugh. Next week for sure. I'm gonna be able to do live stream and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're moving out in March, you'll have at least 2 more live streams probably, unless you have to break the machines down at some point. Which I'm assuming your computer is probably gonna be the last thing you take down.
Oh yeah.
Because you're gonna want to have stuff to do. But he said amputation. That's his idea. Okay, I'm not sure even the YouTube terms and condition will allow that. But again, both videos for tomorrow's video of framing, frame within a frame, will go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Don't forget to check both those videos out. Leave a comment with whose photo you think is best. Don't forget to submit your own submissions. Follow us on all our social media. And we will see you guys the next Sunday at 9 p.m. for the live stream for that framing shot. Any last words, Rookzer?
I would like to thank everybody for coming out. Personally.
Yeah, it was actually pretty hot.
You thanked everybody. I did not. So I appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate all your love and support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All that stuff to not only my channel, but ThrottleLock's channel. Hit the bell so you're notified. And Blindside just came in. He's was one of my Twitch viewers for a while, and he is a Twitch streamer himself, as far as I know. And I went bald. Yes, I did. But that does it for this live stream. I appreciate everybody watching. And hit the bell so you're notified of all the new videos. Don't forget the video going live tomorrow. And we will see you all next time.
Alrighty, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you guys.
Peace.
Bye.